மறக்காம சர்ப்ரைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. Thank you.
As we could see from the previous sample, the presence of weaknesses in the opponent's camp is very useful for the queen. She is ready to win them with double attacks. But there is another factor which is also very nice when having a queen, and this is the weak king. Here it is the thing which makes white's position hopeless, and this is the game youth with the white pieces against Alekhine from the World Championship match in 1935. Alekhine, first of all, is bringing his pieces into the center with the move queen e4, and after bishop c7 he goes even further. The king is forced to go on b1. If any of the rooks is covering the king here, then we have bishop c3 to win the exchange at least. After king b1, we can see already that there is cold wind blowing on the dark squares on this diagonal, and all we need to do is to try and somehow to completely strip this king, after which various mating threats arise together with double attacks, and this will bring us material. So correctly, Alekhine is playing the move a4. He's further opening the position on the queen side. White is forced to take it, and then after b3, a takes b3, and queen takes b3. This king was completely stripped of pawn defense, of any pawn shield, and now it is becoming a subject of decisive attack. King c1 is the only move, and here Alekhine played bishop h6, which is of course not bad. He is winning the exchange, but it was even easier to play queen e3, even faster, to put it this way, as after that he's winning more material than in the game. Queen e3 check cannot be easily met, as if rook d to d2, then check, rook d1, and bishop a3 is winning a whole rook for black, like that, for example. While after the check on e3, if white does rook c to d2, then after queen c3 check, the less evil for him would be to give away that bishop on c7, because rook c2 would be answered. Bishop h6 check, once again covering with this rook would be losing it in one move, and if king b1, then check, again the rook on c2 cannot cover the check as the one on d1 is hanging, and if king k1, well, okay, this rook is hanging, or you have a pleasant choice, you can also give checkmate with bishop a1, etc. And this line, after queen e3 check, if the king goes on b1, the last thing, then we have queen a3, and as we mentioned before, the cold wind blowing is blowing too badly towards the a1 square, and white is getting checkmated. But like I said, the move that was played in the game, bishop h6 check, even though is not the fastest winning move, is also winning. White is forced to part with the exchange. He did it like that, rook d to d2. First of all, black is taking that pawn on a4, bishop e5. Now he has to watch out for some checkmate back rank tricks. He goes king h7, and after bishop to c3, Alekhine converted the advantage in the most energetic way. He played queen to b5, very strong move, almost forcing a Zugzwang. At the moment the king can never go on d1 because of the checkmate here, and well, the queen intends to go and to attack the pawns on the king side with queen e2 or queen f1 in the near future. If h4, black will do queen b6, he will maneuver like that, and then queen would be coming on d6, and once again the pawns on the king side would be lost after some preparation. Say here bishop takes, rook takes, queen takes g3. There is no time for white even to attack the black king with rook d8, as this bishop is hanging, and everything is hanging, and he can simply resign in this situation. While instead of h4, what the game saw was bishop d4. Now the queen is coming closer with queen e2, g4, queen e1 check, king b2, bishop takes d2. This rook goes for free, and after rook c8, the last a moment in which black had to be careful not to get checkmated. He solved this problem in a very neat way. He played bishop c1 check and forced immediate resignation, as this bishop would be also lost on d4 very soon. So remember, if you have a queen, active queen, and your opponent's king is weak, we can use our pawns on that side of the board to try to completely strip it, and together with our pieces, if we have more of them, to try and to take it out to create various double threats or checkmate ideas.
மறக்காம சர்ப்ரைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. Thank you.